I want to ask everyone, what's wrong with this photo? There's probably around, $150 million worth of Ferraris on that track, and the only people that are on this side of the track is the family members of the drivers. The track is empty. Nobody's watching it. For the last 3 months, we had major leagues coming into Circuit of the Americas, the country's only F1 grade track. And these men and women, they raced in 150-degree temperatures in their cars for no spectators. Netflix, Drive to Survive, changed the fandom. And we have a massive issue, I think, for the last 20 years. A lot of brands are looking at motorsports as an expense versus a real connection between fans and drivers and talented people that are in the market for all of this. This is what Netflix has done. With Drive to Survive, pushing content out there, there's 450,000 minimum people at any track, any given time, at any Grand Prix. So how do we fix this?
The secret actually is I've only been doing this for 2.5 years. And I am part of the Netflix effect because I watched Drive to Survive and I stupidly said, I can do that. I didn't know how. I figured it out. But we all look for sponsorships in different ways. The reality is that it's storytelling. And we can't lose sight of what storytelling is inside of anything we do that we want money for. Right? It's not about followers. You can actually have very little followers and still get great sponsorship if you have the ability to tell a story. It's not lost on me that the guy in the wheelchair gets to tell a really good story. Right? I have a different story than somebody else does, but we all have good stories. VR and all this does is it actually, and what Netflix did was it made people real behind the scenes, not just a singular driver. Right? It was that there are stories behind this, that there's crew behind you, that more goes into it than just I can drive fast on a highway. So to me, this type of storytelling will actually open the door for a lot of people to get different types of sponsorships because they can tell different stories and they can get it out easier in more of an ecosystem. So instead of just blasting out a commercial, it's how are you telling those stories more in depth. And now you guys get to actually see how I drive in my car, right? So I have a 360 camera that's sitting always on the passenger side, so that not only can you watch me race, but you can actually look down and see my hand controls, see how I'm sitting in the car, and people can replicate that are also in chairs. But you can do the same thing for able-bodied people too.
How do we actually help the future of motorsports with content consumption? The new generation of headsets, especially the F1 TV, kind of improve the consumption a little bit, especially with the live data and live feed that's coming in from the F1 itself, being able to transfer yourself into your favorite driver's camera feed and all that stuff. This is actually from a multi-viewer application that a bunch of F1 lover developers actually developed open source and put it out there to the world for people to be able to watch the F1 experience outside of the F1 app itself, which allows you to actually view this in multi-channel. The next setup that I am going to show that we've been working on in-house merges almost everything that we've talked about currently into a single device, which is a pass-through headset. So looking from an entertainment perspective, if you have a setup like this where you can socialize with people that you like to consume this type of content, watch your favorite motorsports film, at the same time, give an opportunity for other brands that are involved within that content itself to push their content through. I'm thinking this could become the birthchild of Netflix and YouTube and Twitch combined. Moving forward in a real-life racing scenario, you have this entire setup where you see a full data, where we talked about the importance of data and people, the way they want to consume content, being able to see a track map, and then switch to a game mode with the 21st driver. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to drive in that same event and you want to switch from AR to VR, you have a single headset that allows you to do all of this stuff. We appreciate all of you for coming, and I want to thank, I know this industry has been really interestingly slow growing, and I know all of you are pushing the limits of creativity and devotion to technological advancements. Thank you for that, and I want to thank the AW team for having us here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.